going on now.
It's trying.
Yeah, it's trying.
Maybe by next year you'll get a real internet connection.
I know, it'll be great. It's going on.
Hello, Kathy.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, so
Okay.
Donna's waiting. If y'all, let me share the screen real quick. She's there if y'all want to go ahead and.
Well, wait a minute. Jackie, are we recording?
Yeah, everything's good to go. We're on.
Because I want to open the meeting.
Yeah, you'll let her in
Opening,
first or no?
opening a meeting of the Aransas County Appraisal Review Board. It's 1:25 on 8/20/2020. We have a quorum. Myself, Robert Dayton, and Kathy Hoffman. Meeting is called to order. Okay, now you can bring her in.
I guess I'm doing the timing. Cindy's not here.
Cindy's not here.
Okay.
Okay, she's in.
Hello, Dawn.
What number are we doing?
990.
Oh, it's the first one, okay.
She's muted.
Oh, on her end?
Mm-hmm.
Dawn,
Oh, that's okay. Thank. Hi. Good afternoon.
this is Charlie Powers.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
We've got some administrivia to go through before we get to the heart of the matter, so just follow along and I have some questions for you as we go.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We're opening a hearing on case ID 2020-990, account 66299. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protest today. Across the top of myself, Charles Powers, Robert Dayton, and Kathy Hoffman, who you can't see, sort of. But she's back there, trust me.
I saw her.
We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using survey form and emailed to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. Survey is voluntary, but we do appreciate if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. Dawn, this is important. Do we have all your evidence?
You do.
Okay, good. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. And I'll begin with I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F, and I'm located in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F. I'm signing to that effect, and I'm located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Powers, Mr. Dayton's, and Ms. Hoffman's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Dawn, did you fill out an affidavit?
I did.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I just want to make sure. As a result of the affidavit, I'm assuming that you're under oath for the duration of this hearing.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. Do you hold a license or certificate from the Texas Appraiser Licensing and Certification Board?
No.
The governor makes me ask that.
Okay. I was going to ask, should I? But no.
Have you You got the package. Do you remember the procedure times?
I did. I
You got
have it.
it? Great. Then you can see by the top that there's two ways to go. You can go first or Ray can go first. What would you choose to do?
I'm completely fine with either way. I can certainly go first. I don't, you can see, I don't have
Okay.
a lot of evidence. This is the first time I've done this, so.
Okay, well, go ahead. You have 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. So first, thank you for the sales ratio report. I appreciate that. As I was looking, it seemed to appear that the value of the property that we bought in 2019 was raised in accordance with the sale price, the price that we chose to pay for the property. As I was preparing for this hearing, I was looking around not only in the sales ratio report, but also in the other properties in the area specific to not only where our property is, but some of those that were in the sales ratio report. So you can see part of my evidence is just a table that I looked at all the surrounding properties just on Duck Haven, Trout Sideway, that kind of thing, because it's very close to the property that we bought. So my concern really is more related to the drastic increase in price. I don't know what a land table is, but again, it said it was raised because of cost. So I'm not sure how others approached the sales price, but we looked at the value appraisal and decided to offer based more like a 2 to 3 year, based on what the value may be raised in, probably like 5 to 10 years. Just based on, it was appraised at 16,180. More like a business would be valued and appraised. I don't know if that's correct or not, but we didn't get much guidance. So that's what we did. So again, we were anticipating the land value would of course increase. This is not an investment property for us. This will be our homestead in about 10 years. This is where we are choosing to retire. My biggest concern is just seems to be the inconsistency with how some of the properties in the area are valued. And you can see on my piece of paper here, the ones that I have where the orange stripe is, I just kind of took a good look at those because they seem to be very close in size, except for the 200 Duck Haven to what we actually purchased. And some are the price per acre of $79.50 and some are $2,300 for in 2020. So I was a little confused about the inconsistency and why some properties with the same acreage are so low with the price per acreage and ours is valued at a much higher price per acreage when really the only thing that happened was it changed hands. So I was looking closer to the two highlighted in orange, which are very close to our property and in the size. And you can see that price per acreage there's two wildly different prices. And then we have ours as well. So all three about the same have completely inconsistent values. So that really honestly is about all I had to say. I was a little bit more confused about why it was valued that way, why there are three inconsistent prices with houses that are very close to each other. All about the same acreage of land. And so you can see at the bottom, just based on the information, the research I did and the information presented, and of course, given that it said that it was raised simply because of a transaction of sale, I was concerned as why that notice wasn't given to us when we went to purchase the land. We didn't know that the value of the land was going to be raised so drastically, over 250%. Just because we purchased it, which would probably have changed our decision to even purchase the land. And then you also have a couple of pieces of paper where we're looking at other land for sale close to the area that's been sitting out there for half a year to a year, which obviously changes the market value a little bit as well. And then lastly, at the bottom, I just did a few calculations. So I did the median acreage and the average price per acre, which is the 55, 65, 27 down at the bottom and the 51, 58 for the average of just those properties at the top in the orange, thinking maybe a closer value to the property would be closer to the 27,817.
Okay, is that it at the moment?
That's all I know to say.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
You'll have more time in a minute. The district now has 2 minutes for cross-examination and 5 minutes for presentation. So Ray, 7 minutes.
Okay, I'm just gonna go in to the presentation. And let's just look at the sales grid. And notice that the first comp is the subject. We have a sell price of 43,000. The next comp that's in here is over on dockside, which is not a waterfront, but it's more of a water view. It's not the best comp in the world, to be honest with you. It probably shouldn't be in here. However,
Excuse me, is Duckhaven, is that on the water?
no, it is not.
I didn't think so. Thank you.
Dockside is not waterfront, but it's water view. The comp,
Okay.
two, comp number 3 is on Drum. It's a pretty decent comp. Close to the same square footage, sold in the same year for 54.9. And then comp number 4 is on Sunrise. It's about half the size, sold in 20 for 38. You can see a square footage value on the sales of 28 cents, 25 cents, 18 cents for the subject. That's per square foot. There's also sales that are on 188 that are part of this Sunset Bay. There was, I think, 2 pretty similar types of land. Equity Grid, 108 Duckhaven, 202 Duckhaven, and one of them's smaller, one of them's bigger. They're all at 18 cents a square foot. Those are on the same land table, I'm assuming. They have the same price per square foot. If we could pull Picto up, I just want to, can they all see Picto and everything up here
They
pretty
can
clear?
see my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
can see it.
zoom out a little bit, like try to get all of Sunset Bay subdivision in a window here, if it'll cooperate. Yeah, that'll be okay. Move it up just a little bit. Okay, when you look at this, that's fine.
Okay.
When you look at this thing here, I'm gonna go up here so I can point something out so that everybody can see where we raise land value. We raise land value from here, like this. So all of this land.
Ray,
Well, we can't see that.
Ray,
Ray.
let me point out that we cannot see what you're doing.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, then I won't do that.
Well, can whoever's got the screen, can they point it out?
Oh, I can, yeah.
Oh, I
So
see. It's screen
here-
sharing.
All
Sherry? Okay.
No, not all of that.
this
That we raised the land all the way and then down dockside.
here.
So we raised all of that land that's on the, what is that? The south side, southeast side of dockside and Sunrise. And then there's a road called Drum. It's over there, Jackie, that way, down, over. Right there, we raised that land value. And then we raised the land value on 188 over here, down. And the land value coming down Duckhaven. We didn't, I believe there's a land table that's around Troutside that we didn't get. So there's going to be some different land values right in there, I'm afraid. So let's look at the 2 properties that were brought up, 206 and 214, because I think those were in the evidence, taxpayer evidence. We should take a look at those. 206 and 214. So we'll pull those up in packs and just take a look and see.
Is she questioning the price per acre, price per foot, price per
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to see those accounts just in case, I don't even know. Okay, let's look at this account. Go to land. It's got a function. No, it doesn't. It said it did. So we're at 42,760 on this land.
What's the price per acre?
And that's at
Per square foot.
70 per square foot is, let me find a calculator. So this is 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 6, 5. Okay, so I'm getting there. Hold on.
Yeah, that's all right.
42,760 divided by 2, 3, 4, 2, 6, 5. It's 18 cents a foot on that one. Go to the
Did you say the price was 40, it was noted at 42,760?
760, and
Oh, I
that's
see it, okay.
that's 20 something, 206. So now we'll look at 214. Duck Haven, 10,000. So this one's going to be different. Let's see what's going on here. Go to land. Market value, way different. So let's look at this and see if this is, go to Picto now. Get the PID and go to Picto. 66304. And let's see where this one's at. It's right there. See where it's at, Jackie? You don't have to type it in. It's just right there. See it?
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
okay, we see it.
So here's the deal. You know, you can call it a mistake, or, you know, I certainly don't mind it being called a mistake. We, there was a land table in here that we didn't get. You know, it's kind of like where we thought we got it all when we made the move, but come to find out there's a land table at the end of Duck Haven creeping into Trout. It's right in there where she's, and up to those, yeah, right. All of that, I don't think we moved. We should have, but we didn't know, you know, we made the assumption that this was one land table that was kind of capturing all these big chunks. And we're finding out here that it's not. So some of those land values are going to be different right there.
So that's less expensive per square foot.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be as low as it is. You know, it's like, she's right. That's a huge difference in value. It's like, you know, 11,000, or if we can talk per acre for a second and stop using square footage, it's like a difference between $2,300 a square foot and nearly $8,000. I mean, an acre, and nearly 8,000 an acre. This happens in mass appraisal because we're moving so many properties at one time, where we just didn't get them all, is all. That's all that happened. We didn't get all of them. So it's an error in a sense. It's one that we at least do this once a year, you know, on something.
But it doesn't affect the price of the land table or the location of her property though.
Well,
correct?
no, I mean, the biggest issue here, like with this particular property, is it's not the only property that's sold at a higher number than
Right.
selling at. So there's a laundry list of sales in here. If we look down at the sales ratio report, which I don't want to have to comb through that, but if you did, you would find many sales in Sunset Bay. And we were super low in that area. We had like a 50-something% or a 60% percentage before we made our moves. And the state actually, it was in our report from the state. They actually had three sales from Sunset Bay, you know, slapping our wrist, telling us that we're not doing our job appropriately.
Okay, Ray, your time is up for the moment. Let's see. I'm sorry. Is it Dawn? Is that your first name?
It is, yes.
Dawn. You have 2 minutes to cross-examine and 2 minutes for protest or rebuttal, and feel free to ask Ray any questions that you hadn't gotten clarified or any other information you want.
Yeah, so I just have one question about the 206 Duck Haven. I know you pulled up in your computer system the 42,760. That is not reflected on Aransas CAD. it's still reflected as a 2020 value of 29,930.
Okay.
So will that be updated? Is that the,
Look at it, let's look at it real quick. I don't want to tell you something and not, let's make sure. So let's go to 206 Duck Haven again, and look at the account one more time, because we may need to check what roll history, which would be a way for us to look at a couple of years, and let's just see what the value was. So we'll open this account up. We'll go to roll history. And one of the things we're going to notice is that in 20, it was 29,930. In 21, it has been corrected. It's already been corrected. So I didn't correct this myself, but it's been corrected in the last, this has been corrected in less than a month's time. See if there's a note, Jackie, appraiser info. There's not a note. So yes, this has been corrected.
but it won't go into effect until 2021.
That is correct. That is correct.
And then I was looking at, I'm sorry, 214 Duck Haven, you also mentioned was on that grid originally. If you can see my map, it's up along this side.
Yeah.
214. That one was also, it's still for 2020, 10680. So I just looked at it.
Yeah. So
it's the same land table as mine. So, but
no, it's not on the same land table as yours. I don't believe, I think it's on a different, I think that's the whole problem. Is that it's on that one and the stuff going towards Trout Street. They're on a different land table and we didn't know it. We didn't catch it. So whenever they platted this thing and laid it out way back whenever that was, they built all these land tables. And so we thought we had them all when we made our move, but there was one we didn't get. We didn't move them all. We moved all of them but this one. So we're gonna have to deal with this year.
okay.
That's the issue here.
Okay, Dawn, you have another couple of minutes. Is there anything else you want to ask Ray?
There's nothing else I want to ask. It's been very informative. So I appreciate that.
Sure.
Okay. District, you have 2 minutes for rebuttal.
Yeah, let's not, I don't have a rebuttal. In closing, I would just, my closing would be that if you go back a few years, maybe 3 to 4 years, it looked like Sunset Bay was going to fail. It was pretty vacant with no one building anything. And in the last 2 years, there's at least a half a dozen homes built out there. Not even on the best pieces of land either. So the land value going up and what the owner paid, I don't have any red flags. So I'm going to say that I think their purchase price and our value are okay. That would be the district's opinion. And conceding that there was an account at 29,000 that shouldn't have been, and there is several accounts at 11,000 that shouldn't have been. I just want to be above board and agree with all that.
Okay.
That's it.
Dawn, you have 1 hour for closing. I'm sorry, 1 minute.
I promise I won't take an hour. I mean, I think at this point, I can understand what the land table changes and where you're valuing the property. Just from our end as new purchasers to Sunset Bay, I would just ask that because it was a mistake that maybe we step into the market value maybe over 2 years instead of a drastic change in one.
Okay, and district, do you have any closing?
I think I'm done. We'll turn it over to you guys.
Okay, Charlie and Robert, where are you at?
I think I agree with the homeowner here. There's been a mistake on the land tables, and I think this lot maybe should be stepped up over a couple of years. And I would say whatever value 214 Duckworth has on a price per square foot, that comparably adjusted, that's what we ought to go with for 204.
Charlie?
Yeah, I'm in the same camp. I think that we ought to take the difference between 16 and 42 and split it between the 2 years. Just split it.
Okay,
That
I could go,
ba- is
yeah,
that-
I could go for that too.
All right. What is that number?
Give me a second here.
Robert, you got the calculator. However, I would like to point out, just for Dawn's reference, that other properties have sold, that it gives us a median equity value of 42,870, which is exactly what your property is evaluated at. So price-wise, you may have overpaid a little, but if you were to sell it, you probably would do better. So nonetheless, having said that, I'll go along with what they're recommending.
Okay, that number would be 29,525. So I'm going to say 29,500. We'll round it down.
Works for me.
All right. Okay, I'll make a motion then on account 66299 in addressing appraisal ratio exceeding median level of appraisal. I believe that's the only thing that was checked. Appraisal Review Board, having heard evidence from both the protester and the district, has decided to lower the price on account number 66299 to 29,930. I'm
Right.
sorry, 29,500. I was looking at the wrong number. I apologize. 29,500.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Make a note on that, Kathy, that this is for 1 year only.
I don't make a note.
We got it. We got it.
You got it?
No,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Okay.
And Dawn, would you fill out a questionnaire on your deliberations today with the Appraisal Review Board?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dawn. You did a very good job.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you did.
I really
Brought good
appreciate it.
evidence.
Aransas CAD, thank you as well. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you for
You're
explaining everything.
Good
Have a
thing.
good day.
All right, you all have a great day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
All right, so
I love people like that.
Yeah, every case should be
Well-
like that.
Well prepared people. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
the remaining case on the 130 docket is number 1027, and it is by affidavit only.
So 1781 is a no-show?
Correct.
All right.
And this is what number? 1781? No.
1027.
1781 had two cases, right?
It was an undivided interest.
Oh, okay. And so what number are we doing? I'm sorry.
107.
1027.
1027. Where is that? Oh, yeah.
Christopher Miller.
Yes.
Christopher B. Miller,
Yes, sir. Ready when you are.
page 2, middle of the page, right?
Right.
Okay. Opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1027, account number 14941. This is a by affidavit hearing. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing the protest today. The panel consists of myself, Charles Powers, Robert Dayton, and Kathy Hoffman. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of the protest. Protester has the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to the protester with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material is assumed to have been provided with the affidavit. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, signing to that effect, and I'm located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name is Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am with Mr. Powers, Mr. Dayton, and Ms. Hoffman's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
And the district representative will now read the affidavit into the record.
Okey doke. Let's see, we got a property owner's affidavit of evidence. Christopher B. Miller from Houston, concerning property description is 115 Ocean Drive, Rockport, Texas 78382. Section 3, reason for protest, incorrect appraised market value. Section 4, blank. Section 5, statement of facts. I believe the appraised market value is too high. We
Just-
have
Sorry to
several.
interrupt, Ray, but just a point of reference on the, I guess on the online protest, they had marked Q2.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, so the online box that was checked for reasons of protest is Q2, value is unequal compared with other properties. A little bit of confusion in that the affidavit is incorrect appraised market value. Moving on here, it says statement of facts. I believe the appraised market value is too high. We have several maintenance issues, period. That's all that was said. And this was notarized in, I'm not sure, I'm trying to read this here. This was notarized by Vanessa Belinda, or Belinda Vanessa. Belinda, I can't say the last name. Let's see, and that's it. Harris County. All right, so we'll go over to the district's evidence. If you don't know already, Ocean Drive is the drive that parallels the Intercoastal Waterway between Bahia Bay and Palm Harbor. So Ocean Drive is that stretch of road right there.
It's a really, really nice street, nice houses.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
Great location.
pretty cool place. So this is 115 Ocean Drive. We have a value of 426,460 on it. Let me see here.
Actually lowered it from last year.
My paperwork here, my tablet is, let me go back. It's showing me the evidence from Duckhaven. Let it refresh. All right, here we go. Okay, so, all right, sales grid here gives a median value of 437,657 with a comp in Bahia Bay, another comp in Bahia Bay. One sold for 465, one sold for 452. They adjust out. They're very similar homes. Net adjustment, very minor. Those are good comps. Let's look at comp number 3. My tablet just crashed. Let me see here. I'll go to the hard copy, hopefully. And carrying on, comp number 3 and 4. One is Palm Harbor, one is Bahia Bay. There's also a comp 5 that's Bahia Bay. All of these comps, when put together, give a median value, market value of 437,657. The equity grid gives a value of 434,821. and we're comping a property in City by the Sea, a property on Ocean, another property in City by the Sea, and a property in Palm Harbor.
And
Anything else? They give a value of 434, 821. The district's opinion is that our value on this property is fine. That's all I have.
Okay, ARB, we have 5 minutes. I think the property is fine, if not even low.
Yeah, I would agree. It looks like it's just on a depreciation table and it came down $1,500 just due to depreciation.
Yeah, in the land alone, I know that area really well, and I've sold some property there. The property alone's probably worth that. So anyway, I'm in favor of leaving it at the 426, 460.
I
Yeah.
would agree.
Just,
All in favor?
it's only a Q2.
I realize.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion on account 14941 in addressing appraisal ratio exceeding median level of appraisal, and having heard the district's presentation from the affidavit, looking at the evidence, ARB is in agreement that the price noted at 426, 460 should remain.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Case closed.
Okay,
Anything else?
we are done until the 3 o'clock docket then. We have a possibility of 3 hearings on that docket.
Okay.
All right.
And we're good till 3 o'clock?
Yes, I can text you if somebody comes in early and you can see if you want to reconvene. So I'll keep you up to date on that.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
Now I have a question. I know the schedule next week is Monday through Thursday,
Yes,
but the following week, what are we doing that week?
at this point, Monday,
Just Monday?
yes, for hearings, I'm hoping that we'll have time to do a regular meeting at the end of Monday, but right now I do have one person on the 3 o'clock docket. But we do need to have a regular meeting as well for supplements, chief appraiser motions, and all that sort of business.
Okay, so we can still do that by Zoom, right?
Oh, yes,
Yeah, okay.
With
Okay, so
that,
as of now, we're done on Monday. That's the plan?
right, as long as we can get that regular meeting in at the end of Monday's hearings.
Okay,
If not, we'll need to come back soon to do a regular board meeting.
okay.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Were you going to say something, Charlie?
no, she answered the question.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you back at 3.
We just leave this on or log off and log on again?
I just leave it on myself. I just mute the microphone and leave it on.
So when you do that, oops. Oh, the mute mic is on the top. Okay, I got it. All right, we'll see you at 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie,
Yeah.
mute yourself intermittently, then come back on.
Okay. I'm gonna mute it. You come back on.
Okay. Yeah, there's a white noise, background noise. I mean, it's
It's
not
my
obtrusive or anything, but it comes from your microphone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, are we starting early or what?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I'm
Beats
confused.
cleaning drawers, so that's what I'm doing. What are we doing?
She said Miss Thomas is here and she had 2 accounts, but she has 3.
Teresa Thomas, yeah. Just 3?
Am I reading it wrong?
Yeah, the last page, there's 3 accounts.
6, 7, and 8. Oh, well, we'll figure it out when she gets in.
Here?
She's here.
Well, it's only her and one other case.
Yeah.
You can start her early, that's fine with me. Hey, Charlie, I sent your wife a note,
Yes.
and I told her that,
She's Googling it now.
oh, is she looking up this fish, the halibut allegra?
Yeah, she's Googling it.
Okay, because there's so many recipes, but it's like a sour cream and mayonnaise with other stuff in it, and then you saute onions and put the fish on top of that with you have to cook it with the sauce. Halibut dries out really bad. And like I told her, I serve it on a bed of spinach.
Yeah, that got my attention.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anyway, did I give you 2 pieces?
No,
Just
one
one?
one pack.
Well, you might want to slice it in half or something, because you
Okay.
don't want to. Yeah, so you have 2 portions.
Yeah.
Either that, or I'll bring you another one.
No, that's fine. We don't need
Well,
one.
I thought it was a fairly good sized one, but it's probably too chunky to cook as 1 piece. I might slice it in half and cook it as 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
take one.
about an inch and a half is about all you want to do, I think, if that.
All right. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, it's great. I didn't send mine because there's so many, and it's like a classic. So you won't have any trouble finding it.
Where is everybody?
So we're all here.
Is Jackie there?
What's that?
I wonder if Jackie's there.
Jackie? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Doesn't look like it. They're muted.
What did Val text us? I didn't see any text. So
Yeah, Val texted.
I just
Yeah.
heard you guys come back on.
Yeah, Val texted us.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. I just happened to be in the room and heard you talking.
You all came on at the same time. For some reason.
Anymore, okay?
No, I forgot. I forgot to mute myself.
Hey, Ray.
Yes,
The text I got said that Miss Thomas had 2 accounts, but it looks like she has 3.
I think maybe one of them ended up being settled, I think is what it is. I think there's only 2 active. One of them
Okay.
was settled today, I believe.
Oh, I see. Okay. We just need to know which one that was.
Yeah, that's true. Let me take a look here.
I have a 1 in 3 chance of being right, but I'm going to guess it was 1707, the higher dollar one. But who
Is that
knows?
commercial?
Yeah, she owns a building downtown. I know who she is, so that may be what that one, what she settled
The
on.
one that was settled is the, if I'm right, then it's the one downtown because it was a commercial.
Yeah, it's a commercial building.
Yeah,
That's 1707.
yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
We're going to do 1706 first.
Sure.
Do we have anybody in the room? We're not. Are we recording?
We are recording and we are live, but no one's in here yet.
Oh,
I think
So-
they're walking in now.
okay. Well, I have a question later.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Thomas is here for her hearings, and you can have a seat right over there, Ms. Thomas. You can, well, we can do that, we can go around, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
The first case is going to be 1706.
Okay. Was 1707 settled?
Yeah, I didn't know. This will be oath that you will sign. And when Mr. Powers asks you to, you will state your name and you can read this sentence, which is this, but just bigger.
Tell me when we're ready.
We are ready.
Okay. Opening a hearing on case ID 2020-1706, account 19541. Ms. Thomas, we have some administrivia to go through here, so just bear with me. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protest today. I'm not sure whether you can see us on the wall or not, but it's myself, Charles Powers, Robert Dayton, and Kathy Hoffman. We do not work for the appraisal district. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. At the end of the hearing, you may complete a survey regarding your experience. The survey may be completed using the survey form and emailed to ptad.communications@cpa.texas.gov or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. Survey is voluntary. We do appreciate it if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. This is very important. Do we have all of your evidence?
Yes.
Very good. The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. And I will begin with I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66. I am located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I am physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Powers, Mr. Dayton, and Ms. Hoffman's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Ms. Thomas?
I do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
And if you'll state your name on that.
I, Teresa Thomas.
Yeah, you don't
Teresa
have to
Thomas.
say it. Okay, go ahead and sign and print.
Before we start, Charlie, can we verify what items were checked on the protest form? Just Q1 is checked, but on our sheet it indicates Q1 and Q2.
Well, yeah, let me just finish up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes,
do you hold a Texas appraiser's license?
excuse me?
Look, the governor made me do this. Do you hold a Texas appraiser's license?
No,
Okay. we do have a question. On your protest form, there looks like incorrect appraised value, market value is checked. And then by hand in a lighter blue color, value is unequal compared to other properties. Did you intend to check both boxes?
I'm not sure.
Well, they usually are both checked.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Well, since there's a check in there, we can pretend we can go with the check.
There's a check mark in with your turquoise ink that doesn't show up too well, but it's there. I can see it. So let's just assume that we're going to go with both. Is that okay with you?
Yes,
Okay. Now, in front of you, taped to the table, is procedures times, hearing procedures times. Got it?
yes,
Okay. You'll notice there's two separate columns. You get to choose whether you go first or the district goes first, speaks first.
go for it. I mean, I'm not familiar with this, so I'm not exactly, as I stated on a letter that I had just presented to them, that I needed an explanation on why the evaluation on my property went up.
Okay, well, let's just say you go first. And you can explain your situation, and you have 5 minutes, and then we'll let the district speak.
Basically, it's covers it right there. This one's simple.
Okay?
Teresa, do you have any other evidence or any questions or comments that you want to offer in your 5 minutes?
Not really, Kathy. I mean, I am not an appraiser. I did not, this all has to do with, I'm asking about the evaluation and that my taxes were supposed to be frozen once I reached 65. So if someone can explain it.
Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and let Ray make his presentation, and then we'll come back to you with your 5 minutes because you'll have a better understanding of what he's going to present to you. You want to do that?
I'm good, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Ray, you have 5 minutes.
okay, I'll run through this pretty quick. The 2019 market value was 157,150 at 75% complete. And then okay.
Where's the music coming from?
We fixed it. It was me.
Oh.
The new value for the 2020 value is 182,140. Okay, the new value was 182,140, which basically had to do with the 75% being put to 100%. The 2019 value again was 75% complete. So there's a change in value there related to percent complete. I'm going to go through these grids quickly. We can come back to them if there's an issue. The sales approach to value has a median value of 205,633. Comping sales on 6th Street and Timothy Street, and another one on 6th Street. Gives a value, like I said, a 205 and change. And then the equity side of the deal gives a median equity value of 221,089. The market value of the subject is lower than both of those numbers. As far as the question concerning over 65 and the freeze, what the appraised value or the market value
can change when you're over 65. What hits a ceiling is the taxable, the levy. So any entity that accepts a freeze, which let's open this account, Jackie, and look real quick. Because I was about to say Fulton, but I don't think this is Fulton. It just looks like it's in Fulton.
2 blocks into Rockport.
2 blocks into Rockport, which is actually going to be, I believe, beneficial in this case. Say okay, and there.
In the city.
Yeah, but I want to open up the exemption down there, the over 65 exemption. Yeah, let's see. So this is an exemption that happened in 19 and 20. So the data is not there yet. Go to the notice, Jackie. Go to events and let's see if the notice, yeah, preview, does it give us data? It does. Okay, if you look there, right where Jackie's highlighting, you're going to see a 2019 number. Now that 2019 number are freeze values. You'll see there's a missing one that's a navigation district. The navigation district does not accept a freeze. It's also the lowest taxing entity of these four. So those numbers are frozen. That's your tax ceiling using the 19 values. So the reason that that's good that you're 2 blocks into Rockport is if you were in Fulton, I don't believe Fulton freezes, right? So the city of Fulton doesn't accept a freeze. I think the value just keeps marching upwards. But in this case, over the years, the market value will continue to change, but the freeze will stay in place. There is one thing that I think is going to happen, and I don't know exactly how it will calculate this, that percent complete in 19 was at 75%. So those numbers right there are representing a value that was 75% complete. So there is a chance that 25% of that improvement value, which amounted to maybe about $25,000, there is a chance that that $25,000 is going to feed back in and increase that ceiling. It doesn't, percent complete is considered new value. So I'm going to say that those numbers are going to go up a little bit. But then they'll freeze. Then they'll truly be frozen. But I think they're going to let that 25% of improvement value feed back in. Could be wrong about that. Some of that has to do with the, it's easier to see that on the bill than it is the notice. Because at this point, we're using the 19 numbers with the 19 tax rate, and 20 is all estimated. So when we get the bill, it is much easier, obviously we'll know. But right now, I'm just making the assumption that that's what will happen. That's what would happen if it was new. Like if this was a house being built, it would let that percent complete creep back in.
Okay, Ray, your time is up for the moment.
Okay.
Teresa, you have basically 7 minutes, 2 minutes to cross-examine and 5 minutes for presentation. So if you want to use your time to address Ray with any questions about what he just presented to you or anything else you might want to know.
Yeah, this is just a curiosity issue. How far do you take like comp property values? The reason why I'm asking is Timothy is probably a much higher demand.
So, Teresa, can you speak up a little bit? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
That's probably the mask. I'm sorry, Kathy.
I know. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
So we would feel comfortable using we would try to only use comps that are east of 35.
Okay.
But we would feel comfortable going all the way to trailer
Okay,
and going all the way to Fulton Elementary. We would use any comp in that area.
but,
And then it'll adjust for land values and try to make it as similar as it can.
okay,
It's going to do the best that it can.
okay. Okay. But you're still saying that it's my taxes are gonna probably go up.
You know, I'm kind of hedging for the worst here. I just feel like that 25% is going to end up going back in, and you're going to have to. I'm trying to think this through if that's right or not, because it's not normal. This is abnormal to have a percentage off in a freeze calculation, like a 25% complete, because usually you don't get that unless you don't get your exemption because you're complete, but we had a hurricane.
Correct.
So now we've got all these weird mathematical issues, and this is one of them. You know, no other appraisal district is having to figure this stuff out. It's just us and, you know, Paris and Brazoria, the people that are dealing with it. But so I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm just hedging that way. I don't want to tell you the other way and then it be this way.
Was there any kind of a adjustment in this area?
I'd have to look at the, let me look the property.
Well, there wasn't a land adjustment, but a property adjustment?
No, there's not a neighborhood adjustment. She's 2 blocks out from having a 25% bigger adjustment. If she was in Fulton, her value would be basically $205,000 because it would put that Fulton improvement neighborhood code in her account. But this,
But she should know then that would actually help her selling price where she just sell it, which not that she's planning to, but.
well, and also let's say we were to add it now. Let's say next year we were to say, you know what? It's a Rockport address, but it has Fulton attributes all the way to Timberlane Loop or something like that. Now that her over 65 is in, that's the purpose of the over 65 is it protects you against market adjustments.
Okay.
So now that it's in place, the only real bugger is if, you know, like she built a building or something on her property. But market, land values, neighborhood adjustments, all of that stuff is protected at this point.
That's what I needed to find out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Okay, we're kind of going back and forth with times here, but
Kathy, I'm done. I'm done. You can.
you're good. Well, you have 4 more minutes if you want, and or Teresa, you can take some time of his if you like.
We're good. I just needed an explanation. That was pretty much it. And even though I think that Timberlane Loop and some of those closer to the water is a little bit different category, I'm not gonna argue it.
Okay. If everybody's in agreement that we're finished, we need to.
Nobody wants their minute closing. Are we okay with that?
I'm good.
Okay, then the ARB has 5 minutes to deliberate.
I think that's a reasonable explanation. I would say keep it at the current 182, 140 where it would be frozen going forward.
I agree.
I agree.
Okay.
All right, make a motion on account 19541 regarding incorrect appraised market value and appraisal ratio exceeding median level of appraisal. Having heard from the property owner and from the district, the figures show that the price that this property is noted at is significantly below both the market, average market, and equity levels. Therefore, we recommend leaving the amount at 182, 140.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hearing is closed.
All right, the next case is 1708.
Okay. Opening hearing on 2020-1708. Account 19064. Is that a 6?
Eight.
19084. Okay. All right. I'll agree. ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing an affidavit to that effect. I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F.
Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F, and I'm located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm physically located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I am witnessing Mr. Powers, Mr. Dayton, and Ms. Hoffman's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
You want to go, Ray?
Sure. I, Ray Presley, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
I, Teresa Thomas, do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Okay. Ms. Thomas, would you like to go first or would you like Ray to go first?
I'm fine going first. I don't know where all the pictures are, which is the evidence on the taxes.
I don't have anything else but this in here.
I handed
On
down.
Oh,
The drive.
sorry.
Is Teresa going first here?
Yeah, give us a second. We're going to get some photos up on the screen.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
No, oh, just it has to recalculate. It just takes a minute.
We're way ahead of schedule, so
Yeah.
no worries.
Let me turn off the
Yes,
lights so we can see.
Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
I'm assuming this is the
Right. Is Teresa going first? or
Yeah.
is it- Okay, you have 5 minutes, Teresa.
Okay, basically, this location is not complete from the hurricane. If you guys want to just click through the pictures, Ray, that's fine. I'm good with that. This is the drain pipe. It
Sorry.
did get hooked up yesterday. Carl Biesenbach was out there. But this is the condition of the inside. It is not showing you the level that it is. Sorry, I didn't turn those.
It's okay.
We don't have pictures of the interior?
Yes, he's looking at it.
You can't see it on the screen, Kathy?
No, can you switch?
No, I only see the outside of the property.
Oh, okay, okay. The property is gutted. It's
Oh, the reason why is because I
there-
can't share that.
yeah, there's no floor. I mean, there's a subfloor. There's
So is that the yellow, what looks like a yellow property? Is that it?
yeah, right. It's a rectangular yellow
Yeah, okay, I got it.
moved onto a lot. Yeah, and the building is gutted. The building is gutted. So let me let her finish, and then we'll go to.
Okay, sorry, go ahead, Teresa.
From the look of my, the appraisal, that house was increased substantially on the appraisal. And it's not in the condition that I just,
Yeah.
okay, there. Like I said, the pictures will take care of that one.
Um,
I'm gonna switch back, are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. So we do have this building at 50% complete. The previous year, we had the building at 25% complete.
Yeah.
I'm not real interested in this. You know, it's a building that's not complete. It's a move on Dirksen style
Yeah.
building. I would say that I'm completely okay with going back to the 19 value for another year. It was 77,120. I don't believe there's really anything different between the last 2 years. Nothing that I'm wanting to, go to the mat about or anything like that. So the
Ms.
district,
Thomas, do you agree with that?
Yes. I'm good with that.
Okay,
I couldn't, Teresa's in agreement with that, is that correct?
Yes, Kathy, I am.
you can make
Okay,
it
thank
77
you.
even if you want, that simple number.
77 even?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a motion then regarding account 19084 in addressing incorrect appraised market value and appraisal ratio exceeding the median level of appraisal. Based on what the property owner has told us regarding the condition of the property, the district is in agreement with going back to the price it was noted at last year and actually reducing it a little further to 77,000 even.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Case is closed.
Right.
Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you, guys.
Teresa, if you would do a survey for us, we would appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Assuming that's online, right?
It
But
is.
only if you have nice things to say.
I understand. Thank you guys very much.
The next one's commercial property, right?
Yeah, it's better good name.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Is there anybody else?
One more, Charlie.
Yeah, there's another one. He's on the phone. Or she's on the phone.
Oh, okay. So that's
Is
842, correct?
I don't know. Yes, 842.
Are we ready?
Okay, I'm gonna close out of this one real quick. Let her in.
Well, we need, do we need,
What?
our CPA?
Just, is this
Oh.
is this gonna be an income producing property?
Yeah, he's coming.
Is she in the waiting room?
Just
Okay, great. So this is case number 842, and it's Susan Gerhart, and she is joining by phone. She's currently in the waiting room.
Okay. Go ahead and let her in. Susan?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Charlie Powers on the Appraisal Review Board.
Hi.
Bear with us a little bit. We have some administrivia to go through before we get into the discussion.
Okay.
We're opening a hearing of 220-842, account number 17767. This hearing is being recorded. We are the Appraisal Review Board that will be hearing your protest today. You can't see us, but on the panel are myself, Charles Powers, Robert Dayton, and Kathy Hoffman. We are appointed to perform an independent review of your protest. The Comptroller's Office provides an electronic survey for you to offer feedback about your experience today that may be accessed at the Appraisal District Office or online at surveymonkey.com/r/surveyarb. The survey is voluntary, but we do appreciate it if you take it. You also have the right to appeal our decision. Appeal information will be provided to you with our determination. In accordance with the Tax Code Section 4145H, all written material that has not been provided must be provided at this time. This is important, Susan. Do we have all your evidence?
Okay.
Do we have it all?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Oh, no.
The ARB members who are considering the protest have not communicated with anyone about the protest and are signing affidavits to that effect. And I, Charles Powers, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 4166F, and I'm in the state of Texas.
I, Kathy Hoffman, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I'm physically located in Texas.
I, Robert Dayton, do solemnly swear that I have not communicated with another person in violation of Tax Code Section 41.66F, and I am currently located in Texas.
My name's Val Smith. I'm a notary public. I'm witnessing Mr. Powers, Mr. King, and Ms. Hoffman's signatures via Zoom, and I'm physically located in Texas.
All testimony from all witnesses must be given under oath.
I, Eamon Burke, do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony I shall present to the Appraisal Review Board for the Aransas County Appraisal District is true and correct.
Susan,
Yes.
I'm going to, working under the assumption that you are under oath as you sign the affidavit, and you'll remain under oath for the duration of this hearing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Very good, thank you. Do you hold an appraiser's license in the state of Texas?
No.
Okay. Do you have the time limits page, the procedure times page that came with your package?
I don't know what that is.
It's a chart that has 4 columns and shows each stage of the hearing with a time limit on it.
I guess I've seen it. I don't have it. I'm
Okay,
not looking at it.
well, Kathy's going to keep time, and she'll tell you when your time is up and what you have left. Okay?
Okay.
Now, you have a choice. You can go first, or Eamon can go first. Which would you like to do?
He can.
Okay, Eamon, 5 minutes.
Okay. The subject property is account 17767. It is a commercial retail space in downtown Rockport on Austin Street. It is 2,036 square feet of net rentable area. It's basically 2,000 square feet. The retail properties in downtown Rockport were valued on an income basis this year. They had excessively depreciated over the years, and there was some inequity in there. And the rent rate that was given for this property was $10 per foot per year, with a normalized vacancy of 5% and no expenses, because you value retail spaces on a triple net basis. Indicated net operating income for the real property is $19,042, which gives a capitalized value of $206,870. The next page shows the equity comps, which are just other properties in downtown Rockport. They were all given the same vacancy.
Wait, hold on. We can't understand you.
There's some kind of.
There's interference or something.
Yes.
Yes, it's the same lease rate, same vacancy, expenses, and cap rate across the board. And that was where the value came from.
Yes, sir, between 1 and 3, okay,
You have to submit.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't
Okay.
understand you. There's someone else talking.
Yeah, we're
Kathy, maybe you should mute yourself.
we got it. We got it.
Okay. If you say that again, Eamon, so she can understand.
Sure. It was the lease rate, the expenses, the cap rate, the everything that was used to value this property was done the exact same way to every other property in downtown Rockport. This was just the market model for these retail spaces. Pertinent information would be, well, I guess I could just ask, is this leased to somebody?
No.
Okay, so it's owner occupied, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And that's it. That's all of our evidence to submit. You can-
Okay, Susan, you have 2 minutes to cross-examine and 5 minutes for your presentation, so 7 minutes.
Okay. Is this income basis new?
Yes, in a sense, the income valuation model is new for our district, but the overall, the concept of valuing real property on an income basis is actually what you're supposed to do with retail property. That's if you were to go get a loan or you were to buy it, that's what you would be buying it based on. And the reason somebody like you buys it is so that you don't have to rent it.
Okay.
Do you, since you own one down there, I'm just going to ask, do you have any idea what normal rent, in your opinion, would be for your space?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
I've never rented.
Yeah. I just mean even with the ones that are near yours, if you knew what their rent was or anything, you might not. Just asking.
So does Susan
Yeah.
have a business? Does Susan have a business in that location?
Yes, I do.
You do, okay. Do you have more information you'd like to present or ask any questions of Eamon?
Well, I mean, what I wrote down on my affidavit was the building value increased by $55,130, and it's 43.5%. And we haven't done any improvements, upgrades, or renovations. You know, the only thing we've done was in 2018, we had to repair an outside awning that was destroyed in the hurricane. And that was a repair, and it didn't add any additional value to the structure. So I'm just,
How much was your purchase in 2016?
for the building,
Yeah.
I believe it's $168,000.
Okay. Makes sense. You noticed that last year. Is that your opinion of value for this property? 168?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's pretty reasonable. I can get on board with that.
Okay.
All right, Susan, I understand. I gather you're okay with that amount, 168,000.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, board, you're all right with that?
Well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Charlie?
go for it.
Okay. Regarding account 17767, in stressing incorrect appraised market value and other issues that may affect the price. We have agreed that the value of 168,000 would be placed on the property, reducing it from 206,870.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're done.
That's it. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Please fill out a survey if you have the opportunity. There's one outside and you'll get one in your package later on.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Is there? That was it, right? So the only thing that might be left is letters if Val has it. Right.
Hey, when we're on recording, I have a question.
Well, let me close the meeting first. Well,
okay.
We can't close the meeting till we do the letters.
Oh, we have letters. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
I don't have any letters today. The mail hasn't even come yet this afternoon, so no letters today.
Okay.
And these are the people that we're going to entrust with our votes, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, how about that?
Wonderful.
Yeah, right.
All right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I
Make a
move that we
motion.
adjourn.
Okay.